Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can, just so we get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come to the house. And the Boston Celtics put on a defensive clinic in this game versus the Lakers, which they have been doing for like the last 20 games. The Celtics overall this season are 9th in defensive rating, they're 2nd in points allowed, but in the last 20 games, they're 4th in defensive rating and 1st in points allowed. And even more impressive, the last 10 games, the Celtics as a whole, as a team, are only allowing 99.3 points in the last 10 games. But more specifically in this game against the Los Angeles Lakers, before this game, the Lakers were number 1 in field goal percentage at 50%, number 2 in true shooting percentage at 60.8%, and number 1 in 2-point percentage at 60%. In this game, the Lakers shot 39% from the field, 44% from 2-point range. And one thing that I really love is the word of today's video is trust. Now, it could be pressure, it could be discipline, it could be a lot of things, right? The Lakers are also first in free throw attempts. The Celtics only allowed about 16 or 18 free throws in this game. Why the word of today is trust is because the Celtics held Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James to a combined 10 assists when these guys combined for 21.3 assists per game on average. And if you look at this squad, other than these three guys, nobody else really gets unassisted baskets. So if you take away these guys' playmaking ability, the other guys don't go off. And of course, we were helping off the likes of Marcus Smart and when Jackson Hayes will roll to the basket, as you will see right here, we will come off and try to give Luka Doncic some more defensive looks. But other than that, the Celtics were letting Baylor Shaman, letting Ugo Gonzalez, letting Jordan Walsh, letting Sam Hauser guard their yard, and it worked super perfectly. So, of course, we got Jaylen Brown there with the pick six. But on this first play, we had Baylor Shaman on Luka Doncic. Everybody suspected that it was going to be Jaylen Brown, even myself. Like, going back to the finals, I have a point on the finals, too. The Celtics have a formula against Luka Doncic that has worked. So the Lakers go to ram action here. Austin Reeves sets the off ball for Jackson Hayes to come and set this on ball. They switch it right there, but again, Jackson Hayes going into Nikola Vucevic, coming off the corner here. The Celtics were great in cover two situations. So, but you see right here, we're crowding Luka Doncic. Then Baylor Shaman gets back. That's a shot that Luka Doncic can hit, but again, we're forcing him to create for himself, which he can do a ton. But again, it deters the other guys because they're not getting the creation from him. And bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, it's getting to a point where like Sam Hauser is without a doubt one of the most underrated defenders in the NBA at this point. This season, he has been defending his ass off. And something that our defenders did well, whether it was Ugo, whether it was Baylor, whether it was Walsh, whether it was Hauser, the three guys on the Lakers, AR, Luka, and Bron, they're going to run a lot of pick and rolls, right? And sometimes the screen is going to hit you in a way where you're behind. But the Celtics play drop, especially if Jackson Hayes is the guy that is going to shoot, that is going to set that screen. He's only going to one place, and it's to the rim. So we're going to play drop, and we're going to allow our guys to play behind and still fight and chase. Sam Hauser had a couple rear view contests in this game, but they also did a good job of staying disciplined, but getting back in front of these guys. Look how Sam Hauser, Austin Reeves, they love to slow play this. Him and Luka love to slow play the pick and roll, try to crab guys, try to pump fake, get him into foul trouble. Us staying disciplined allowed us to get right back in front of these guys. And Sam Hauser, he jumps, but he doesn't jump towards Austin Reeves. Then he stays down and he gets a nice contest. All right, here we got Ugo guarding Luka Doncic in the post. And look at the trust from all of his teammates, right? Nobody's coming off. The only person that's kind of helping is Nikola Vucevic because, again, he's on Jackson Hayes. We're not worried about Jackson Hayes from the Florida range. We're actually not worried about Jackson Hayes at all. The only people that should be worried about Jackson Hayes is women. But, like, again, nobody's helping. Peyton Pritchard is one pass away. We're not helping. We're trusting Ugo Gonzalez to do a good job. And look, we played great defense, but Luka Doncic is so good as a scorer that if we played them again and we gave him the same amount of shots, he might have 40. It is what it is. But we're trusting that our defenders can hold their own and fight. And right here, Ugo defends it well. And the pressure was relentless all night. And I go to like us in the finals, right? When we played the Mavericks, and the formula was pressuring him, making him tired, and just not letting him be the top tier playmaker that he is. So he barely gets the ball. Well, not barely, but he gets the ball up the court with about 18 seconds left, right? So he has to pass all the way down because of the pressure from the Celtics, right? And he gets in the post again, and they do some off-ball stuff this time. Rui cuts baseline, Kennard gets the screen, but again, there's nobody coming, bro. 7 seconds on the shot clock. He's just starting to try to score. He only had 3 assists. Luka Doncic only had 3 assists in this game. And if you go back to the 2024 playoff run, in the first round, he averaged 9.5 assists. In the second round, he averaged 8.7 assists. In the third round, he averaged 8.2 assists. In the finals, he averaged 5.6 assists per game. So the Celtics have a proven method of guarding Luka Doncic, whether he scores or not. They have a method to make him less effective as an offensive player than he is. But then the trust, and this is just all Ugo right here. After everything after this is all Ugo. With 7 seconds left on the shot clock, the discipline, the dream shake, or whatever that is. He tries to go, nope, stay down, nope, stay down, and then contest well. Perfect defense by Ugo. All right, incredible sequence here by the Celtics, just hustling their ass off, and this is what this team is built off. Derek White, first team all defense, is locked. If he's not first team all defense, we got a problem. Up there gets the steal on Vanderbilt. The backside steal gets the old man locked, Vucevic. Then we got Ugo pressuring the ball. Why is Jake LaRavia taking the ball up the court? I don't know, but Ugo takes it. Who's the ball handler in this lineup? Who's the ball? Who is the ball handler? Where's the fifth player? Oh, Bron is. Okay, so Bron contested the shot. Okay, so he went back thinking that they were going to bring the ball up, of course. Bron never got back into the play. He's still in the paint. Well, Jake LaRavia should be able to bring the ball up. He's an NBA player, but the press right there from Ugo. Hey, if he would have hit this three, that shit would have been live. Everybody was expecting it, but it's cool. It's cool. We still fight for, look at this team fighting. Everybody fighting for loose balls. We get the ball back. So after that, Ugo almost gets another steal on Bron, and pressuring Bron and Luka are not the same thing. So Bron just goes full freight train mode, trying to go straight to the paint, but the Celtics do a nice job of conversion on him right there. Again, trusting. Nobody's moving into the lane of LeBron. If they come to you, then of course we're gonna stab at the ball, we're gonna dare, we're gonna do all that, right? We're gonna stun, we're gonna do all that. He comes right to Jordan Walsh. He's like, okay, I have the wingspan to try to nab at the ball. He does it, he doesn't get it. Vucevic comes over, was a very mixed bag defensively. He has some really good defensive plays at the rim and just has some bad ones, but it is what it is. That's what it's gonna come with. But then he drops it down to Vandal, right? But Ugo staying with the play. Him jumping but not even getting this block does a lot because it allows Jordan Walsh to come over, because the pump fake from Vanderbilt, Jordan Walsh comes from behind and he blocks the shot. And just really impressive stuff by your center Nehemiah Skater here. Again, the soccer background, him being so nimble is the first thing I really noticed when I started watching him a couple years ago. His ability to turn his hips at 7 foot and backpedal, losing no stride against LeBron James, super impressive. All right, so again, every single play, constant pressure on Luka Doncic when he's bringing the ball up the court. It tires him out more and it forces him to take plays off in the future, which of course we will see. So here, the Lakers actually run a cool play to get Luka Doncic to turn the corner. But great job by Peyton Pritchard here. He sees the screen, shooting the gap, stays connected to Luke Kennard, so he doesn't get anything easy. But he got the pass, then he got the handoff. Some get action right there by the Lakers. It gets Luka Doncic open, but a very important switch by Peyton Pritchard. Sees that Baylor Shaman can't get through the screen in time, so he switches right there. Our guys are trusting our defenders, but again, if you're gonna come right to us, we're gonna take the ball right there. Luka Doncic goes right to Jaylen Brown. He gets another steal, and he drops off the Shaman for the layup. Again, listen, bro. After the free throw, you're gonna bring the ball up. You're gonna bring the ball up with some pressure. Baylor Shaman, again, phenomenal job all night. So we got the screen, good screen by Aiden. We're gonna switch it, and listen, man, this ends up in the foul. But if these are the possessions that you're gonna have, again, this is great. Listen, bro. He didn't even jump on this play. He just leaned in ever so slightly and they called the foul. It's Luka Doncic, whatever. But 1 pump fake, stay down. 2 pump fake, stay down. Like, come on, bro. Like he leaned in ever so slightly. There is contact. Luka Doncic is a master at getting contact. But listen, man, if you going, bring the ball up against pressure, and for 13 seconds you getting hounded every second, and then you end up with a foul, I think that's good for the Celtics, man. And again, the pressure just makes him take plays off. I'm not sure if he tweaked something before this play, but he's standing 35 feet away from the basket, down there at the logo as the play goes on, and they got LeBron in the post. Again, if the center is close to it, we're going to help the center, and if Peyton Pritchard is the guy that's on the post up, then we're going to send some help, of course. Kader comes to help off Aiden, which means Derek White has to take his man, but Ugo Gonzalez is so good in cover 2 situations for him to be a rookie. He does a phenomenal job of being able to close out, but then take away the passing angle. So he's going to close out to Hachimura. You see Luka Doncic, now he's calling for the ball when he hasn't done anything the whole possession. You see Ugo's going to put his body right in his hands, right into that passing lane, so the ball doesn't go to Doncic. Derek White goes out there, but we would rather Rui shoot than Luka Doncic. All right, it just looks like the same clip every time when the play starts. It's pressure on Luka Doncic, pressure on anybody bringing the ball to the floor. It really boils down to, bro, like, Luka Doncic is a supreme offensive player. He's a savant level scorer, savant level passer. We've heard about Celtics University. We've heard about all that stuff and how they scout tendencies. And this is even before this year. So maybe I can't just use Celtics University as the only thing. But we have this guy scouted down to a T, bro. It's just like, dude, we have better athletes than you. Like, yeah, you're going to score on us, but the only time you're really going to puncture the paint is with the screen or if you're backing guys down. So Ugo's on him. He's stabbing at the ball, blah, 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 right? We can afford to take those chances at stabbing at the ball because we know, all right, bro, like you're not going to get passes like that. And then we switch on Jaylen Brown. We've seen this movie before. Pokes the ball loose. Luka Doncic gets the ball back. Jaylen Brown dives on the floor. Everybody's scrambling. Then Luka Doncic gets the ball. We taking the ball away from him. And we get it. I said Luka Doncic got the ball right above half court, not letting him do anything easy, but pressure. And now, drop coverage was interesting, right? When I first saw the first possession, I was like, okay. But you should never question Joe Mazzulla. And the thing about it is, you remember the play when Sam Howes was guarding Austin Reeves, and I was like, our players did a phenomenal job at when those guys like Austin Reeves, LeBron James, and Luka got in front of our guys, and our guys were doing a phenomenal job of getting back in front of them. Drop coverage is perfect because these guys don't want to shoot these shots right here. And then with our defenders chasing behind them and stuff like that is even more difficult. What these guys want to do is they want to crab you, then pump fake and be savvy and crafty to try to get a foul on you instead of just taking the mid-range. You see Luka Doncic has Jaylen Brown on his back the entire time, but what he's going to do is he's going to jump backwards into him instead of shooting the ball or passing it. And then he's complaining to the refs. Good D by Jaylen Brown. Unfortunately, Marcus Smart just was not impactful at all, and he was one of the guys that we were very comfortable with letting shoot. Marcus Smart had some good post-up moments on offense with the Celtics, even though it probably wasn't efficient at all. But you're going to go against Derek White, brother, and Neemias Queta, just probably not a smart idea. All right, sure, we got Marcus Smart trying to post up again, but this is something he does do well. He can pass really well out of the post. But again, LeBron James, brother, Derek White. Listen, listen, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Derek White needs to be seriously in defensive player of the year conversations. I'm gonna just lay that out there. And I was talking about a clip of how I was impressed with Neemias Queta's nimbleness as a 7-footer right here, chasing and play down, gets a super chase down block against LeBron. Again, we got the trust from the teammates and the pressure from Baylor Shaman at the logo, pressuring Luka Doncic. We're gonna have a pick and roll between him and LeBron James. Jaylen Brown stays on LeBron. Luka Doncic has probably never seen this coverage before where nobody even steps to him. And the only person there waiting for him is Nikola Vucevic because, again, the center was helping a lot or was in help position a lot. But this is a shot that he can hit, but the Celtics just played this perfectly. And man, the ascension of Baylor Shaman as a defender is one of the most surprising things from this season. And of course, he didn't play a lot last season. He started to play much more as the season went on, and he didn't really guard the stars. He didn't really do all that. But coming into this season, man, Joe Mazzulla has really trusted him with these matchups, and it's hard to get in the trust of Joe Mazzulla, the circle of trust of Joe Mazzulla, especially to the level of guarding a Cade Cunningham, guarding a Victor Wembanyama, guarding LeBron and Luka Doncic. But Shaman has done so well drawing offensive foul this season, but also containing drives with his feet, with his chest, using his body to his advantage. LeBron James does 10 dribbles, turns him twice, and he's still he's still feet behind 3-point line. He finally drives, again, using his chest, showing his hands, forcing in a pass right there, and then Vucevic at the paint stops DeAndre Ayton. And Luka Doncic is just going sleepy time right here on the out of bounds play. It's just JJ used a challenge for him, and then that happens. As a coach, that has to be demoralizing. But here they go to some pistol flare action. Good screen by Vando, and I talked about the Celtics defenders when they got behind Luka Doncic. They did a great job of chasing. You see Shaman deters that 3-point attempt, but then he's able to look how he just jumps in front of Luka. He's behind Luka, and he just takes that big step right there, gets back in front of Luka. Great job by Baylor Shaman. And then Nikola Vucevic, rim protection, man, we alive. All right, so here we got some split action here by the Lakers. LeBron in the post as a passer is always going to be a good thing for your team. But again, Baylor Shaman, dog, look at this defense, bro. With his chest, I talked about him chesting drives and his drive containment this season. He's playing with his chest instead of his hands. Right there, plays chest. Right there, he posts up, chest again, hands up, really tough shot and short. Anybody that got the ball, you getting pressured, bro. You're not bringing it up with no type of comfortability. We're not giving you no hospitality. And look at the screen by Vanderbilt, bro. So he sets the screen right near the logo. Okay, well, right near the letters, right? Cool, right? How you gonna start the screen right here at the S in Los Angeles and Lakers, and you gonna continue to screen at the mid-range? Jordan Wall still does a phenomenal job getting as good of a close as you can on Bron and forcing a miss. All right, here we got Lakers trying to go back to that split action or that punch stuff for LeBron James at the post. But Shimon does a good job denying. He finally gets the ball. Offense starts with 11 seconds. All that pressure does that. And unfortunately, Marcus Smart, I don't think he hit a 3 in this game. The Celtics were very comfortable with leaving Marcus Smart open, and they're right in this game. Every single play starts the exact same. Pressure on anybody who brings the ball up the floor, but not letting anybody be comfortable. Baylor Shimon gets back in front, ball goes to Luke Kennard, but only for the ball to go back to Luka Doncic in the post. We just saw Baylor Shimon denying LeBron James in the post, forcing the offense to start at 11 seconds. Here, great post entry defense again by him, knocks the ball out. And Luka Doncic, first thing he does is look at the ref, right? He waved him. Hold on, I didn't see that. If that was Jason Tatum, boy, he would have got a check for that. But then we go back. I don't need to see that. Thank you. And again, post defense right here. Baylor Shimon, one of the best at drawing offensive fouls in the league. And you see Joe Mazzulla as the play starts. He's hooking Baylor Shimon's arm. We're looking at it. Can we get a foul? We do. Baylor Shimon again on Luka Doncic right here, pressuring him even when he doesn't have the ball. Right there, look, he's looking at, frustrating him, man, frustrating him. Catches the ball, first thing he does mid-play, look at the referee. What is he gonna do for you, brother? I don't know. They go to pin mid here for LeBron James. Look at that angry pass because of Baylor Shimon. Angry pass, stays at the logo right there. LeBron James throws something. No, I don't even know what that was, but Baylor Shimon, Ugo Gonzalez, Jordan Walsh, everybody played their part in frustrating Luka Doncic, making LeBron, AR, and Luka Doncic not being able to create for their teammates, but only create for themselves. They did a phenomenal job guarding their yard, and that's why the Celtics held the Lakers to 87 points. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just swing out there a little bit more, and I will see you guys next video. But this is Nick. Peace.